Welcome back to Levine in the Morning. Let's take a phone call, Gino. Good morning. You're on Levine in the Morning.
Yeah. Hello. Who you got on there, Steve?
Steve Tatone.
Yeah. Is Selleck still down here? He used to be involved in the Sarasota Film Festival. I don't know if he's still down here or not.
Oh, I wouldn't. I'm the wrong guy to ask that question. I'm a newcomer to the film festival.
Yeah. Well, he used to live down at Turtle Beach. He had a place. I don't know. Maybe he sold it, but he was down there. I came down like 10 years ago from New Jersey, and I ran into him down there. He had a place down in Turtle Beach. I don't know if he's still there. I ran into Bobby Vinton, had a place on Bird Key.
Yeah. Lido Key.
Yeah. And Brian Johnson, the lead singer for AC/DC.
Yep, absolutely.
Lives right there on Bird Key. Also, Steven Seagal comes down once in a while. He played at the Blues Festival one time. And a great musician, the fantastic musician Rick Derringer lives right here in Man. I think he was in Sarasota. I think he's in Manatee County now. Rick Derringer, a great guitarist.
Jane Lynch from Glee.
I've seen him play at the Van Wezel. He's fantastic.
Yeah. Look, we got a great song from Greg Allman.
Oh,
Highway 41.
Greg Allman lived. I think Greg Allman lived in this area for about 10 years, actually. Right?
Look, I used to see Cher go around in a convertible with Greg Allman, and Dickie Betts is still in this area, too.
Sure. Yeah. For real? Well, she lived, you know what? I heard she lived down here for 2 years, and she got bored. She said for excitement, she would shoot her BB gun at cows in the backyard. She lived somewhere in the Sarasota area. I don't know. I guess she didn't like us, so she moved back to L.A., I guess. Yeah.
Well, thanks a lot for the call.
Okay, thank you.
You're listening to Levine in the Morning. Steve, recently, the mother of Madonna had negative comments about Lady Gaga.
Okay.
Now, Lady Gaga is huge. So huge, it's reported that she earned $100 million for her talent and her song.
Is this a great country or what?
Right. Great world, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the complaint that Madonna's mother had was, "You're imitating my daughter." Now, how does that relate to Jay White and Neil Diamond?
Jay doesn't imitate Neil. He presents a tribute to Neil, like many other tribute artists around the world. Jay just does it simply better than anyone else. And he doesn't, and that's the only reason I'm involved with him. I'm not only his producer and director on the Beautiful Noise trilogy, and by the way, we're filming back-to-back the prequel and the sequel to Beautiful Noise this summer and fall here in Sarasota and the surrounding area. Jay will be involved, and especially Danielle White, the former Bradenton resident graduate of Booker High School's performing arts program, will be hopefully coming back too. As we're just trying to get everybody. We know we've got lightning in a bottle here, Rick, and we're trying to just keep the ball rolling. And I think when people see it at the film festival, they'll understand the excitement. But in Jay's case, again, I've signed on to be his international booking agent, if you want to call it that, producer, friend, bodyguard. I don't know. I just love this guy because what he does. I mean, Neil Diamond's music to me is not only spiritual, but I guess you could call it sacred to me. I mean, it's, as a teenager, if it wasn't for I Am, I Said, I don't know where I'd be today. But the point is, I take the music very seriously, and Jay does too. And that's why when folks come out and see Jay's Neil Diamond performance at the Beautiful Noise Live concert event at Riverview on the 1st of April, they are going to be taken right into the Diamond world. If, there's just simple, for folks like me, and I'm sure many of your listeners, there's just not enough Neil to go around. So Jay fills that gap beautifully and does it in such style and taste that he doesn't go out and imitate Neil. He literally presents a concert event that if you're taken away and feel like it's Neil up there, well, so be it. But it's a wonderful tribute. He sounds like Neil. He's got the moves. The band's incredible. A local band I put together to back him on our world tour. It is the Neil Diamond experience like no other, short of only Neil himself.
Now, are there a lot of tribute artists out there?
Oh, unbelievable. I can't even tell you how many. Not just for Neil, but for all the major artists. And that's why Jay's story is so compelling to me. There are so many, and he's simply the best. And what does it take to become the best? What does it take for Neil Diamond himself and his 93-year-old mother to put their arms around you as a tribute artist and say, we appreciate all of them, but you're the one that's special to us? I mean, and that's what Jay's got going for him, and it's a very lovely tribute from Neil to Jay, and we're just so proud to have him in our film and to bring him to Sarasota live so folks can see it and experience it themselves.
Now, Neil Diamond just had a special tribute given to him. What happened to him in Cleveland recently?
The world was set right. Neil Diamond was finally inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame last Monday night. He flew 26 hours straight from Australia, where he's on just selling out all over the world and all over Australia as we speak. But he flew back to, I guess it was New York, to finally accept induction into the Hall of Fame, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And again, all of us Diamond heads were very proud of him.
Now, in Sarasota, we have a local pool of talent. A lot of people don't know the vast pool that's here. We have actors, actresses, opera singers, other type singers, rock and roll singers, that sort of thing. We've had people who have represented this community on American Idol, right from Booker.
Absolutely. You're talking about Danielle White. When Danielle, she was the first and no doubt the best casting decision I made to play the lead role in this film, the female lead alongside Jay's role. And Danielle, I met her when she was 17. She was still, going. The rehearsal had to be worked around because she was still in school. She had to work her schedule. She's a dedicated student, going to college now in California while pursuing her acting career and singing career. And there's a lot to be said for that because 19-year-old young women like Danielle who could easily have just blown off school and just gone for it. Because I tell you this, those who know her from Booker and those who know her from this film, when you see this young woman perform at the film festival and live on stage at our April 1st concert, this is somebody the entire community is going to be so proud of. She won the American Idol's junior competition when she was 11 years old. When Fox decided to drop that particular avenue of American Idol a couple years later, she came back to Bradenton with her family, and she ended up going to Booker. And this girl she just lights up the screen. I can't say enough about Danielle White and what she means to this movie and where her career is going to go. It's going to be skyrocketed. It'll go as far as she wants to. And she's got the tools and the package and the looks and the sound, and most importantly, the intelligence and grace that is, she's wise far beyond her years, and it shows up on the screen in a very dramatic way and in a very musical way. So she's just a great example of this talent you're talking about, Rick. Yeah, there's a lot of superstars that are seen around town that help out locally, and that some, obviously for obvious reasons they'll kind of stay quiet and live their lives. They don't want to be attacked by a mob of fans all the time. I'm dealing with the folks who are the up and coming superstars. I'm dealing with people like Gino here sitting across from me, who plies his trade when he's not doing this in the local production houses around town. I'm talking about actors and crew people who live here in Sarasota, but quite frankly, they do other things for a living so that they can get the chance to work on a film or a play or a production of some kind. And those are the folks I'm getting to know. Those are the folks I'm encouraging, whether you're singers, songwriters, actors, production crew types. Go to our website. There's a contact information. We are making films on a yearly basis from here until Kingdom Come right here in Sarasota. And I love and embrace working with the local talent, especially those who heretofore their names have never been heard. But after this movie, Danielle White's not going to be a name that people don't know. They're going to remember this girl, and she's going to do some special things on the big screen.
Speaking of grace, Rick is being so humble here. He's got a daughter that is a fabulous opera singer. She's incredible. And so, I mean, again, local talent. And I was just going to chime in and just say that I do know friends of Danielle. They all say the same things about her. She's very humble. She's very graceful. And, you never see the sweat on her brow. As far as local talent and going on to bigger and better things, I've seen these kids grow up. They're in rock bands out in L.A. and New York now. Some of them are working Cirque du Soleil. Some of them are the backup singers. Some of them are the acrobats themselves. Why do you think that Sarasota is such a hotbed for cultural things like that?
I don't have the answer to that as far as why. Is there something in the water? I mean, I don't know what's going on here, but I do know that in my journey with this movie, Beautiful Noise, once I put the word out, and again, before I got in the filmmaking business full time, as a concert promoter, I worked and am aware of the incredible local music scene here in town. So I kind of knew that was going on, but I had no idea of the sheer level of talent, the depth of it, that they just never get a chance to showcase their work on the kind of level that I think, for example, my movie, along with others being produced here in town, offer them. And so I'm so excited about that, and encourage them all to keep working hard at it, and join in with me and others who are literally step by step growing the independent music and feature film scene here in town. And we're going to make it happen, and hopefully Beautiful Noise goes a long way to help kickstart it.
Now, there's another name also on the promotion, Chris McCarty. Who's that?
Chris McCarty is a dynamic entertainer. He's not from the Suncoast. He's originally from Gainesville in the Orlando area, but he does play throughout Florida. He's one of many in this film, especially from the musical side of things, Rick, that people will just be blown away. When I showed the rough cut of my film to a couple of Hollywood folks who helped guide me in terms of, let's see what you got, kid. And then they saw it and they said, hey, you got something there. Chris was one of the people they pointed out and said, whatever you can do, find some more footage and get that kid more, on the screen more, because he's another one that lights up the screen. And so this film, literally, it's a PG-13 type film. It's edgy, but it's certainly something you could take your grandparents to, or your kids to, and everybody in between. And we have characters from Danielle to Chris McCarty to Jay and everybody in between. We have characters that you're going to fall in love with, if not all of them, at least one that you'll identify with, and their struggle in life and what it takes. It's really, Beautiful Noise, the movie, is really about redemption, and it's about hope, and it's about never giving up. And this eclectic group of singers and songwriters in this film who are struggling to make it, or in some cases to get up off their tail, get up off the mat after they've been knocked down so many times. It's a real hopeful tale, and told lyrically and musically through these great songs. And that's why I think we have a chance to have to really make, pardon the expression and the pun, but we're going to make some noise on the worldwide film festival scene, because it's a musical, which are hot, and it's so well performed by the Chris McCartys, the Danielle Whites, Jay White, Kimber Cleveland, who's based in Nashville. We have some incredible talent in this film that nobody's, for the most part, with the exception of maybe Danielle, locally, and Jay in Vegas, nobody's really heard of these folks. And I'm telling you that their world is going to change after people see them in this film.
So let's give people some information. Number one, I know on March 31, I'm going to have an opportunity at Levine in the morning to talk with Jay White.
Right. Yep.
So that's where it's going to start.
Yep. Jay's coming in for rehearsal, and you got to get him to sing for you. I mean, that won't be hard. He'll hello again you to death. But every time I went to the recording studio here in town where we cut the soundtrack album, and I'd play some tracks back for some people, and they'd listen. And they'd say, well, how did you get Neil Diamond in here? I mean, it's like, that's Neil. That's not. And I said, no, it's Jay. No, that's Neil. And it's just, I know it sounds like a promotional little bit here, but it's true. This guy, I mean, it just blows people away. And so talking to Jay about this film and this concert especially, it's a real treat. We're going to be on a lot of local media. We're so happy. and grateful that you guys are jumping in and helping us get the word out.
And then on April 1st, a Friday evening, 8 p.m.
Yep.
at Riverview High School's Riverview Performing Arts Center. Tickets are on sale now. Again, what are the prices of the tickets?
$20 general admission, and there's not a bad seat in the house. And there are a few VIP reserve seats if you want to have your reserve seat at $38. You can buy them right off the website. There's places around town that are now becoming ticket outlets. One in particular is right here at the station, and another is out south of town, a great place and sponsor of ours called The Open. So attention about this incredible concert. You can see Jay do his diamond thing, and you can see Danielle and Chris and Jay perform songs live from the movie for the first time. We're going to have clips of the film shown. It's going to be a concert event that people will talk about for a long time because of the excitement that it's generating and because it's prologue to our world premiere of the film.
Now, the website is www.beautifulnoisethemovie.com.
Correct.
User-friendly, easy to buy tickets on that website.
Right on the homepage. As soon as it pops up, you'll see a place where you can buy tickets, and you'll also be able to find out everything there is to know about the movie. We have trailers on there. We have information about Jay and Danielle and the rest of the cast and crew. It is really something I firmly believe that Sarasota and the Suncoast will be proud of, and excited that we chose to shoot it entirely on location here and showcased so many great local cast and crew members.
Now, why was there a decision made that proceeds could benefit Riverview High School and the Sarasota independent filmmaking?
Well, the last part, the independent filmmaking, is us. We've got a chance we're getting invited and accepted to so many film festivals around the world. We got an invitation to go to Dublin a week before Neil's June 25th concert at an 80,000 seat stadium. So we're going to be kind of like the warm up to that. He hasn't been to Ireland in 10 years and he's sold out 80,000 tickets. So we're jumping on that bandwagon. We're going to showcase the film for charity throughout Ireland and the UK for about 3 weeks, which is incredible for a Sarasota-based indie film. I mean, it's just incredible to even say those words, but we are being invited to showcase the film, and we're taking the concert around the world, wherever people will have us. We have a message, we have a story, we have a film, and we've got some great music. Riverview, again, it was like all our other sponsors. They didn't, they just embraced us. They said, sure, come on in and we'll incorporate it into the curriculum. The kids can see firsthand how movies are made. And it's our way of saying thank you to the great folks out at Riverview for letting us, spend an entire day in their beautiful Performing Arts Center facilities to shoot the climactic concert scene. And so it was the least I could do to slice off some of the proceeds of this event to their wonderful programs, their drama department, as well as the band.
And it also does help, like the Kilty Band. I've known the Kilty Band for years. They go to like the Macy's Day Parade, the Rose Bowl, and all that. So anything to help the Kilty Band, which is like an icon in Sarasota.
Absolutely. I'm proud to help them, and I'm so proud that they thought so much about us to wrap their arms and embrace us.
Steve, I want to thank you for being on Levine in the Morning. It's a pleasure. Pleasure meeting you and pleasure interviewing you.
Thanks, Rick. Anytime, and I'll see you at the concert.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And for you out there listening and for you out there watching, thank you again. And I know why you listen. I know why you watch, because you are no idiot. Have a great weekend.